Maybe on the high chair.
I can't
Afraid of heights?
stand.
Watch your head. Could everyone see me? Judy, wait.
Can you see me?
Here, Alex.
Recording me? You're not.
Get used to it, Lex. Give me a boost. Lexi back.
Cool.
Air's cold out there. Really is. Eat a move.
This is weird.
How's it feel?
I feel cool. Okay, I have a quick testimony that I wanted to share. It's nothing too big, but it's been on my heart, and it actually started happening pretty recent. Lately I didn't feel God at all in His presence, so that was bothering me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you. But yeah, so I was so frustrated that I couldn't feel God's presence around me. So I would go alone somewhere like by the Grady Park and just sit there, and just silently listen to music and try to like cry out to God. But I just felt like when you get that feeling when you talk to a wall, and that's what I felt. So. But after that night, the next day, I met up on the boardwalk with like Christian, Armand, James, and like other people, and we just started talking. And all of a sudden, I just felt God's presence so much, and that like I went home, I just opened up my Bible, and I started reading from James all the way to Revelations, and I'm like, wow, like I could not stop, and I was just like, this is amazing, like the book is great, like it opened and answered so many questions for me, and it's just like, that night I went to sleep, and I was dreaming, and I had this dream where I was in vacation on this island, and it was great, I was relaxing, the sun, whatever, tanning, and then all of a sudden, on the beach, the huge waves just go up, and they're so high that you can't even see the top of the wave. And it's just like, in front of my eyes, those waves just swipe away like people, children, everybody's crying, everybody's dying, and I'm just like sitting there like, wow, like I am so shocked, and like, I'm not scared of dying, but at the same time, I was just preparing myself that I'm about to face God. But before he swiped me away with the wave, like the wave just freezes in front of me, and God is just like, wait. He's like, hold up. He's like, before I end this world, he was just like, you gotta go out there. And he's just like, and tell people, tell as much people as you can, because there's still somebody on this earth who don't know me, And he's just telling me and to tell like all of my brothers and sisters to go out there and like spread the word as fast as you can, because this world is literally about to end. And it's crazy because when I was reading the Bible and the signs that the Bible was saying, like, the dramatic growth of the youth, is going to rise up. And at the same time, the new generation is going to fall into like lust, deceit, and all of that. And I'm looking and I'm like, wow, look at our generation now. All of the kids in schools, like they turn on the channel, they see all these music videos about like, girls half naked, dancing. To them, it's okay. It's normal. You see like an 8-year-old start flirting already, like pulling up her shirt, like, come on, are you serious, And at the same time, look at our youth, it's growing so much, and you're like, wow, like, out of nowhere, like the cell group at Ellie's house, it just exploded. We don't even have chairs anymore, like, seriously, like, some people have to sit on the floor sometimes, like, it's amazing, but anyways, I shared my dream with Armand and Christian, and then Armand was just like, are you kidding me? He was just like, a couple of days ago, he was just like, вы что все говорите? He was just like, are you, like, what is this? Because he told me, he was just like, I had almost the same dream just a couple of nights ago, that this world was about to end. And then James was like, and then Armand's like, yo, and he was just, and then James tells me he had the same dream too, that the world is about to end. And then Christian tells me, he's like, guys, are you serious? He's like, I had the same dream. So it's like, wow, like, it's crazy. But anyways, like, I wanted to say also this other thing. When I went to school, now I feel God is walking with me. And in school, it's crazy how almost in every class we have this topic, religion. Yeah. So we sit there and like literally it's so sad because like the teacher, my economics class, I don't know what
I'm
religion
sorry,
has to do with
is it like a class, or does the topic come up in every class? I don't get that.
economics class, yeah, but like every time we are sitting in a classroom, some random topic just comes, like the teacher kind of like provokes this whole thing. So it's so weird how this whole religion came up, and I'm sitting there, and you know, literally I'm sitting there and we're talking about religion, and all the people are like, religion is BS, religion is this, I hate God, God does not exist. And I'm the only one raising my hand, I'm like, guys, are you serious? Like, and I'm telling them about God, and I'm trying to tell them how God is real. You know, the whole science, you know, like, it works with God, you know what I'm saying? And they're all looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm religious. Even the teacher was laughing at me. Like, that's how heartbreaking it was, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, like, I felt so alone for that second, you know, like, it's crazy. Exactly, you know? And then, you know, again, I come to this economics class a couple of days ago, we're talking about cops, out of nowhere, this is economics class. When she tells people, the teacher, how cops are all bad, all they want to do is, like, beat up people for no reason, then this girl is like, she's, you know, she's encouraged by the teacher, so she's just like, all cops are serial killers, this and that, and the teacher's just like, yeah, basically. And I'm like, guys, are you kidding me? Just because one cop did something, that doesn't mean the whole department is like, they're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, what is with these people? And I'm about to get up and leave the classroom because you feel so much tension, and now people look at me, like the religious one, like the psycho crazy serial killer. I tried, yeah, I'm serious, like, I even came up to the teacher after class, and I'm like, miss, I'm sorry, but for these couple of days, I've been getting offended, you know, by all the topics that you come up with that has nothing to do with economics. And she did, you know, and it's like, man, I'm being offended too, like, come on, you know, and then she's just like, she didn't even want to listen to me, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm busy, and she was just like, this is just how it is, and she ran off, and I was like, okay, whatever. But the point is, I was going to try to say is that, after that, I was reading the Bible on the train, and like, you know, after school, after, you know, this whole thing with like my friends and how they look at me now, like as religious, as crazy, this and that, I started reading the Bible on the train, and I found this verse, Revelations. It's chapter 1, verse 3, and it says, blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of his prophecy, and blessed are those who hear it and take it to heart, what is written in it, because the time is near. So it's basically like summarize the whole thing that I was saying, you know, like all of you guys who are walking with God, you're so lucky that God shows you, like you have no idea, because the media right now is going nuts on the new generation, and kids are so blinded by it, like so blinded. Like, I recently, you know, saw the new songs by Eminem, you know, My Darling, literally sings about straight up conversation with the devil. You know, like, are you kidding me? Run Away by Kanye West, all satanic. He says, Satan, Satan, Satan. How many times? And I'm like, wow, like this is crazy. And I'm telling kids when they're listening in a classroom, like, guys, what are you listening to? You know, and they're like, oh, Kanye's cool, he got skills. I'm like, do you know what he's singing about? He was just like, yeah, he sings about the devil, but I don't care, he's cool. You know, I'm like, wow, like this is ridiculous. That's why I'm sitting there and I'm just like, this is so crazy how God chose us, and you know, and He made us see all of these things, and He made us realize, you know, and that life with Him is so much better. You know, it's so much better. And I'm just like I'm so thankful, especially after reading this verse, that it said, those who hear my word and spread my word to other people are blessed. And like, it is so amazing to be blessed by God, not by the devil, not by the people. Like it's just like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was just going to say, and I wanted to encourage everybody, you know, like, you will have those trials in life where people will look at you like you're crazy. They will look at you like you're crazy. They're going to want to start fights with you, you know, like, I have this in classroom, like, tensions with girls who want to start fights with me, you know? But it's just like, you will face all those things, but it's all worth it because you're standing up for something. You're standing up for God, and He will bless you. That's what the Bible said, not me.